think this proves that the water-aspected aether is no longer lying dormant. So which element should we realign next, Urianger? I propose Earth. Should we succeed in returning the soil's life-giving energy, I'm curious to know what connection that girl has to Eden. If only she'd told us a bit more before she collapsed. Still sleeping soundly, I'm afraid. If I'd known she'd take so long to come around, I'd have brought a good book or two to pass the time. My friends, I believe I have struck upon a method by which we may see this world restored. Urianger, before you go any further, allow me to make a potentially very long story slightly shorter. The plan is to control Eden and realign the aether of the empty, right? In essence, yes. However, unleashing elemental energies haphazardly will not suffice. In addition, the empty is unfathomably fast. Were we only able to effect change over one small region at a time, it would take many lifetimes to complete even a fraction of our task. Instead, our energies would be better spent revitalizing each element in order that we might set in motion a more widespread transformation. One at a time. I hate to say this, but I don't think Eden will be able to draw out a single element without affecting the others. For that very reason, we shall select a location in which the ambient aether we wish to restore is at its most potent. Even in a dormant state, certain elements will be more prevalent, and therefore more easily manipulated. Then we rebalance the aether and return it to the land, whereupon it shall be borne on ethereal currents to the farthest reaches of the empty. But what's to prevent the element from breaking free of Eden's hold and causing a disaster of some sort? It must be contained. The question is, how? Zordia, indulge me a moment, if thou wouldst. Pray imagine a corporeal manifestation of each of the individual elements. What dost thou see in thy mind? Muggles? Mayhap thou art afeard to utter the fateful word, for to even speak the name primal is to invite misfortune. Though invite it we must, as the aether is drawn forth and realigned by Eden, we shall perform a summoning as Master Louisoix once did on the fields of Carteneau. As one who hath laid low countless primals, thy memories will shape the aether into a deiform entity, which must subsequently be dispersed in the traditional fashion. So defeated, in other words, but is that even possible? We've done it before. We got this. We got this. I break my fast on primals. It's either that or being torn to shreds. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure I can. I break my fast on primals. Lest thou forget, 'twill be no more than an approximation of a foe thou hast previously bested. I have every confidence in thine abilities, Zordia. As do I, though it might help to have some idea of what you will be up against. Have you decided which element to tackle first? I propose water, the source of all life. As for the location, an area to the west of Norvrand was once home to the world's deepest oceans. Alas, the flood of light reduced it to a yawning chasm. Water! Yes, it seems like a good choice. I'll see if Eden can take us where we need to go. And I should prepare for the summoning. Thancred, wouldst thou keep watch over our enigmatic antagonist? She may have vital information to impart. In the event that she becometh agitated, thou mayst have need to restrain her. Someone's gotta do it, I suppose. I'll be praying for your success while I wait here twiddling my thumbs. Still, I must say I don't envy you being caught up in yet another one of Urianger's madcap schemes. Though, come to think of it, if the creature you must fight is born from your own memories and imagination, why don't you try thinking of something a bit tamer than the primals you fought in the past? Perhaps that's not how it works. Anyway, best of luck. We're gonna fight Leviathan again? Leviathan is the ideal candidate to embody the element of water, but be warned the circumstances of said summoning differ greatly from that of the primal encountered in the source, and the results are difficult to predict. Are we gonna fight the Leviathan from 8? Don't tell me. Eden seems to be responding well to my instructions, so we should reach our destination in no time at all. All right, this is the place. I'll see if I can draw off the water-aspected aether. Memories of Leviathan come flooding back. Yo! Whoa, he has 2 heads! Why does he have 2 heads? Ready to die? Bruh. Ah! Rip current? What's rip current? What's rip current? What does that do? Oh, I see. Oh, thank you for saving my butt. Green's gonna use Eden's power? Bruh. Oh wow, okay, cool. What the heck? Yo! That's cool! Okay. Wait, what? Oh, what? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What? Ah! Or is he? Oh, he's over there. Over on this side. Okay. He's coming out that way. Next. Oh boy, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Whoa! Don't tell me what is wrong. Wow, pixelator. Wow, pixelator. Wow. Scared the crap out of me, pixelator. How dare. How dare. How dare. You scare the crap out of me, man. Okay, I get it. I get it. On the sides. Got it. Wow, pixelator. Oh, oh, that's death. Oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh! Oh, dude. Dude, dude. Dude, dude. Dude, dude. Dude, dude. Dude, 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 dude. Oh, that was almost over the edge. That was not okay, man. That was not okay. That was almost over the edge, man. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that, you know? You know? Bye, two-headed Leviathan. That was crazy. A most emphatic victory, Zordia. Unfortunately, we cannot yet be certain if the Aether is behaving as predicted. That was incredible! Is that what a primal looks like? Oh, not quite the same then, but why is that? The Leviathan of the source was summoned by the Sahagin, to whom he was no less than a god. Without their faith, the deiform entity that we brought into existence differed on a fundamental level, but was no less formidable. The manifestation relied upon Zordia's experience of Leviathan, and may have been influenced by recollections of other water-aspected beings, leading to further discrepancies. Memories brought to life, but I still can't tell if our plan actually worked. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. How goes it? Going good, we're great. If you've finished slaying your primal or whatever it is, I suggest you get back here on the double. There's something you ought to see. On our way. Roger that. What could that be? Evidently, our only recourse is to return to our base of operations forthwith. What happened? Thancred, what happened? Tell me. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartache. Zordia, look! Water is back! Is that a crystal tower? No, it... By the 12's good grace, 'Tis a marvel to behold. I never thought that a whole lake would suddenly appear like this. And we're just getting started. I only hope that the burden is not too much for you, Zordia. Now we're gonna change the land. We're gonna make everything look beautiful, lush, and, beautiful. Bruh, words are hard. Such a profound transformation, though the change appeareth to be limited to an area no more than a few malms in diameter. You know, when I first heard that Urianger's plan, I didn't know what to expect. But then that enormous crystal appeared and water came gushing forth and, well... It looks pretty! I propose Earth. Should we succeed in returning the soil's life-giving energy, the empty shall become capable of supporting the growth of flora. Imagine that! Forests in the empty! But before we begin, I'd like to know how that girl is doing. Still sound asleep. She didn't so much as stir even when I took her helmet off. Oh, we get to see her face? I thought it might be getting a bit stuffy in there. I was curious to know what sort of person we're dealing with. She seems surprisingly normal. Not at all like your usual void scent. I'd say she's around the same age as you, Reen. Perhaps a little older. Well, whoever she is, we should let her rest while we concentrate on the task at hand. Show me her face. Who is she? Who is this girl? As much as I'd love to go with you, I'd best stay here in case she wakes up and is feeling less than cooperative. And while I wait here wishing I had something to read, my thoughts will be with you as you fly off to face the next opponent. It must be a strange feeling to bring something into existence through your own willpower, only to slay it immediately after. I almost feel sorry for the poor things. All the same, I wish you luck. Show me her face! If all goes well, he won't be waiting for long. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can see the results. Once more, and unto the empty, dear friend. Thou art prepared, I presume. Now, before we embark on our journey, there is one question I feel I should ask. Where are we going? I would suggest a certain region that lieth east of Norvrant, which was once home to the great Mount Atlas. And for the earth-aspected primal we wish to invoke, what could be a more fitting choice than Titan? I don't think I've heard of that one. What's it like? The landslides! The landslides! It seems you had a rather traumatic experience. But if our last battle is anything to go by, this one will be different from the Titan that Zordia remembers, yes? Aye, 'twould be wise to consider the two as entirely separate beings. As such, thou must needs conceive new stratagems if thou art to triumph in the battle to come. Past experience will evade thee not, I fear. All right, Zordia. Once you're ready, we'll be on our way. It took a while, but we finally arrived. Ready, Zordia? Memories of Titan come tumbling back. Remember, the primal will almost assuredly be vastly different from that which thou didst lay low on the source. The terrain around here seems a bit rough, but Eden can give you something more level to stand on. Ooh, here we go, Titan! Titanin! Yo! Dude, this looks cool! What the heck? This music as well. Ah, I see. Holy moly! What the? Dude, what the heck? Oh, I'm alive! How am I alive? I'm alive for some reason. For some reason, I'm alive. I'm dead. What in the... What? The mechanics in this are so... Wow, okay. Oh! I'm doing. Oh boy. Dude, how am I still alive? Dead. Bruh. You don't know if you like the art for this Titan? I think he looks kind of cool. He looks very like Transformers though. Transformers Titan-esque. The original looked cooler. I feel like they both look really cool. Oh, I'm alive! I'm alive, guys, I'm alive! I'm alive, live. Oh boy. How did I die? Oh, why did I get hit by that? Why did I get hit by that? I was behind the rock! What do you mean? I was behind the rock! This normal, we're pretty sure there isn't... Bruh. There's nowhere to hide. Bro, this is normal? I mean, I believe it, but... They got this, they got this, they got this. Is blue like automatic death? Is blue immediate death? Is that what blue is? Boy, where do I go for this? Go on the side, I guess. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Ah! 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 What the freaking heck? What the heck is this? Madness? He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Oh, did I? Did I just sit there and die? So 6 total. I didn't notice because I'm sorry. I'm sorry for standing there and dying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was overwhelmed.
Welcome to my world. I say welcome to my world.
Well fought, Zordia. Well fought indeed. That thou wert able to triumph over this avatar of primordial rage is a testament to thy puissance. Welcome back. You must be exhausted. For a creature made of rock, he was a lot more agile than I was expecting. I wonder, was the Titan of your world a tough opponent too? He never stood a chance against me. Yes, if I put 1 foot wrong, I would have fallen to my doom. Nah, he never stood a chance. Well, having seen the way you fight, I can believe that. But more importantly, you've defeated another elemental being, which means we're a step closer to reclaiming the empty. I can't wait to see how much of a difference we've made this time. Did we really do all of this? There be rocks now. Aye, 'twould appear that balance has returned to the element of earth, and yet the transformation hath affected only the immediate vicinity, whereas the lands beyond this lake doth remain unchanged. 'Tis passing strange indeed, though this falleth short of the outcome I had envisioned. 'Tis plain our efforts were not in vain. Mayhap this localized phenomenon is the result of an intersection of ethereal currents. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that similar locations in the empty hath undergone comparable alterations. Then the aether will spread out from these points to cover the rest of... Is she okay? Reen? Reen! Is she okay? Perhaps asserting her will over Eden hath taken its toll. The next piece of the puzzle. It's nothing. That didn't look like nothing to me. You'd better lie down for a while. No, really, I'm fine. Anyway, we've still got work to do. Nay, Thancred hath the right of it. 'Twould be unwise to exert thyself overmuch. I appreciate your concern, but I do wish you'd stop fussing. Reen, thou knowest not the strain thou dost place on thyself. Though the elements of water and earth hath been restored, continued exposure to the empty's stagnant aether may yet sap thee of thy remaining strength. Now that you mention it, I've been feeling a bit out of sorts ever since we got here. I should probably get away from the empty and rest for a while. Pray do so. Meanwhile, I shall remain here and restore... the restoration of the first 2 elements hath produced unexpected results, and I require time to analyze our findings. However, I must ask thee to refrain from discussing our work in the empty, even with our closest comrades. Why? I thought they'd welcome the news. And indeed they shall, once we have more to show for our efforts. Nevertheless, this mission is one of surpassing danger. I am loath to place our dearest friends at risk unless absolutely necessary. You have their best interests at heart, I'm sure. But to be perfectly honest, I'd prefer not to keep secrets from people that I trust with my life. I don't want to make a habit of this, but I'll do as you ask. It seems to me that Reen isn't the only one who would benefit from a change of scenery. Our Sleeping Beauty would likely fare better in a more hospitable surroundings. We'll need to have our associates in the Crustarium organize a safe place for her to stay. If you and Zordia could go on ahead and have a word with them in Mord Soak, we'll catch up with you once Orianger has finished, whatever it is he needs to do. Thancred is like the sus. Perhaps thou too shouldst accompany her on the return journey. I dare say she would be glad of thy presence. No, not this time. She's come such a long way since we first met. I worry that relying on me too much would only hold her back. We won't be staying in the First forever. The time will come for Reen and I to part ways, and for her to follow her own path. I know you understand this too, Orianger. I see you trying to pass on as much of your knowledge as possible while you still can. And to her credit, she's actually taking most of it in. Reen is possessed of a natural affinity for aetherology, unlike some who shall remain unnamed. Dang! A natural affinity for staying awake during your lectures, more like. Though come to think of it, she doesn't really take after me at all. However, like thee, she is predisposed to brooding in silence in lieu of voicing her concerns. Says the master of keeping his cards close to his chest. Anyways, Ordia, you'd better take the sky slipper with Reen. It's true that she's been through a lot lately, so have you. We'll need you ready for the challenges that lie ahead, so go on and take some rest. Let's go. We shall await news of thy safe arrival in Almarang. As there is little risk of our camp being ransacked, it may be left unattended in our absence.
It seems like you were all having quite a serious discussion. I hope I haven't given you any cause for concern. Well, if you say so. I probably shouldn't stay in the empty any longer than necessary, though. So do you want to take a first shift piloting, or shall I? Hell, I'm glad I had you there to keep me company. I've no idea how I would have passed the time otherwise. Now that we're here, I need to find our contact from the Crystarium. But before that, I was hoping I could have a word with you. Something's been on my mind.
Oh, what's up?
This might not be the best place for it, though. Those creatures over there look a bit hungry.
What creatures?
When I first spoke to Thancred and Urianger about what I'd sensed in the empty, part of me wished we could have just left it alone. I guess I was scared of what we'd find. But now that we found Eden, I know that I made the right choice. And if I'd given in to my fear, I probably would have spent the rest of my life wondering what might have been. From now on, when I hear that voice inside telling me to run away, to hide, I won't listen. That's not who I am anymore. Even so, all the courage in the world is not going to help me decide what we should do with that girl when she wakes up.
I want to know who this girl is.
Do you remember what she said right before she passed out? Why am I here? What is happening? What if she's been being controlled or forced to act against her will? Whatever the case, it's clear that she's not a monster. She's a person like you or me. Obviously, she knows something about Eden, and we need all the information we can get. But more than that, I just want to talk to her, to find out who she is, and if there's anything we can do to help her. On the other hand, we mustn't forget that she's already attacked us once. What's to say she won't try again when she wakes up? If she keeps us from reclaiming the empty, it will be all my fault. It's no good. I can't make up my mind. What do you think we should do, Zordia?
Even Emmett Selk had his reasons we should hear her out. I must say,
I see what you mean. Perhaps if we'd been able to come to an understanding, things wouldn't have ended the way they did. I hope that she's nothing like Emmett Selk, but we won't know until we speak to her. Until then, I'll try to concentrate on the here and now. Speaking of which, I still need to see Urianger's errands. The people were on our way to meet, lent us the Sky Slipper and most of the apparatus we've been using. And since we've been sworn to secrecy, I assume the same applies to them and their colleagues. Anyway, once that's over, we can find a place to relax.
All right.
Now that we're here, allow me to introduce you to two members of our inner circle, or whatever you want to call it. That's Gulgul, who's interested in trading for any relics we find in the empty. Apparently he mostly deals in exotic weapons and whatnot, but he's agreed to keep us supplied with whatever else we can't get from the Crystarium. Now the ones we came to meet should be around here somewhere.
Reed, what relief it is to see you returned unharmed from your expedition.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. We were gone a bit longer than we expected. Zordia, I'd like you to meet Louis.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As representative of the Settlement Council, I'm here to oversee the delivery of equipment deemed necessary to your mission. I will be on hand to provide any assistance you may require.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to take care of. It's probably best not to talk in the middle of the market, though. I'll take it from here, Zordia. You should get some rest. But before you go, I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. We still have a long road ahead of us, but if we give it our all, there's nothing we can't handle.
Look at Eden looking majestic AF. It is mere supposition. It would behoove us to proceed with caution. Moreover, I would refrain from discussing the matter with Reed and Zordia until we know more. Well, I appreciate you telling me, even if it is too soon to be sure. I'm the one watching over her, after all. Thancred looking dope. The Oracle of Darkness. What? Pray it is not true. Greetings, Zordia. How might I be of service? Is this it? Information regarding the work being carried out in the empty is treated with utmost secrecy. Having said that, it does become rather difficult to keep track of the supplies that we deliver. The first such report will cover the time from your arrival in the Empty to your battle with Titan. Though truth be told, I cannot help feeling that this was rather a large burden to place on Reen. Oh, is that so? Well, before we go any further, please allow me to take receipt of the report. And I hope you don't think it impertinent of me to ask, but what business might you have with Zordia?
Actually, I've brought something to show you.
Oh?
Thancred and Urianger brought this back from Eden's core. If you look closely, you can see images of your battles in the Empty. Urianger seems to think they are Eden's memories. Would you like to see?
Okay, let's unlock it. Different from how you remember it. How odd. What could cause Eden's memories to become so distorted?
Well, we've been extracting and realigning enormous amounts of aether. Maybe that affected the crystal in some way.
Even so, I expect that we can find a use for this extraordinary artifact.
I think I have an idea. Speaking of studying, Urianger's given me a few tomes to read through before our next expedition.
Let's do this. Let's unlock this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Fun times afoot. I'm ready to die. I already struggled on this one. Not savage, bruh. Wait, can I eat my mochi first? Before we do this? Can I eat my mochi? It's a boba mochi. 1, 2, 3. What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boba mochi. It's milk tea mochi. Or U-S-E? Southeast. Okay. I'm southeast. North, south, east. Okay. I'm southeast. Okay. So over here. By C, yeah? Oh boy. Here we go. I'm ready to die, guys. I don't know what southeast means to me, but I'll keep southeast. I'm assuming this is what southeast means. Penny survived that? Penny, you are amazing. Ah! Nani the heck? Nani the heck? Stay here? Oh, okay, for Delta attack? Okay. Okay. I'll be number 3. Follow your heart to eternal dimensions. Open your heart for love and affection. I need to stop singing it like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, that was cool. Okay, 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 okay. I see you, Sakat. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is that? What does that do? I don't know. I don't know what that does. What is that? Is it safe? Oh boy. Ah! Ah, running! Running! Running away! Ah! What? What? Hello. Alright, Tsukiyomi, have a great night. Thank you so much for the help earlier. I appreciate ya. Have a good night's rest. Yo! Kureji! Kureji! Oh my gosh! Here we go! This freaking scene, man! This remake. One hit KO? Are we dead? Because that seems like death, man. That seems like death. Oh, no. Not death. Okay, cool. Oh, that's absorbable? I did not know that. Yeah, you could absorb that. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. What the heck? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What the heck? What was that? Maybe I have to look straight up to see where the lights go or something. Bruh! This is crazy. Fragor Maximus. What's Fragor Maximus again? I don't remember. Oh, it's this. It's this. This is Fragor Maximus. Ready? 3 times the speed. Da, 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 da. There we go. Magic vulnerability? That's not good, is it? Delta attack, delta attack! Or no one moved. Okay. boy, oh boy. Oh! Oh, we won! We won! I was... It went is what it did. It went
I said, welcome to